Good afternoon. It's 4:24 on Friday evening on February 4th. Here's the performance that we had this week. There were opportunities, but boy, is it volatile. I actually made more money shorting this week, which I rarely do. Just we're hitting key levels and something just was not adding up. In fact, even today, today the S&P 500 beat me. I should have bought at a certain level, but I'm still seeing some things that do concern me. I do think we will get out of this fine, but right now there are some things under the hood that just are not adding up, in my opinion. I think in a couple days it'll be resolved. I'll show you the key levels that I bought this week and levels that I'm watching for next week. But overall, over a 22-week period of attempting this new strategy, we are beating the S&P 500 by 6.37%, which is not too bad. It shows you the levels where I sold early in the week. Monday, sold 45.16, shorted at two different levels on Tuesday and Wednesday. This made me look like an idiot at first. But something was not adding up on Wednesday's close. Facebook reported it was ugly. We tanked, and that led to a very nice Thursday. And overall, it was a fine week for the S&P 500, but we beat it by 0.7%, which adds to our outperformance. So good week. I feel good that I'm 100% cash. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to stay there long. There were opportunities today, no doubt about it. I'm not bearish here. Something's not quite adding up yet in the Eurozone. And I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the Russia-Ukraine issue. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Price action was not good there. And it's holding us back, period. So there were opportunities today, but I want to show you a few things quickly. Overall, that's the performance. Again, this is not a recommendation. This is purely informational purposes only and mainly for clients. Again, if you just added money midweek, this performance is null for you. Some of these opportunities you did get some in, but this was for an account that was there the week before with no additional added money. So just so you're clear that this is actually very accurate for most of my clients. So keep that in mind for if you are a client of mine. So not anything special, but we'll take it. Beat the S&P 500, right? Want to show you a few charts. We'll try to make these quicker and more to the point, okay? So overall, today, the opportunity, truthfully, that I missed, I was ready for it. I was short into this candle, sold last night before Amazon reported. It went skyrocketed overnight, and we tested 44.50, which in my opinion is a magnet. I've been talking about it for a long time. We double tested it. I should have bought that, no doubt about it, but we tested the key level of 45.30 and just ran out of steam. You're seeing this upper channel still right here. It's still a pain in the neck, and we're having a hard time getting above it. And so I do think this resolves in a good way for us, but I do think it's going to require a couple days of chop. Again, these are 2% swings. These are not easy to handle, and it sometimes happens in 30 minutes. So the good news is this. We did hold the 200-day moving average. We bounced hard on the double touch this morning. That was great. So I'm not bearish here. I'm just saying something's not quite adding up, and the close was ugly. I think a lot of people were expecting a really good close, and it just wasn't there. So you can see the close was not great. And here's where I'm concerned. The Eurozone was largely green or largely red today. So something just is not adding up there quite yet. Sure, there were benefits from Amazon reporting. I'll be honest, the guidance really wasn't that great, but it definitely beat expectations, which led to a pop. But when you see this at the close, I need to get that chart for you. This is short term. We were way up here and tanked at the close. So you got to understand that this is a pretty nice move quick. So it helped my outperformance, no doubt about it. But here's the thing. If it broke this level, it was kind of a fake breakout. Now, this could easily get above here, okay? So seasonality does show Monday and Tuesday chop. Wednesday, we really start to ramp. So right now, you can say seasonality is stupid. It doesn't work. But to be honest with you, we're following it day to day. I have to respect that. The key same themes this year are working. Buy the intraday low that is getting bought almost every time, and still selling into strength, to be honest with you, is still working. You get better opportunities. The reality is it's trading off days. So one day it'll be up huge, the next day it'll be down huge. And that's we had a great rally here. I started shorting in here. That worked out very well here. You can see this kind of candle, this green one right here. It's an indecision candle. So not bullish, not bearish, but not exactly a great close. So I feel like I'm positioned well to be able to pounce, but did not love that close, to be honest with you. So it would not surprise me to test the 44.88 or maybe even this again, the 44.58, but we do not want to lose this again. If we lose this again, it goes much lower. It'll scare some people, but I do think we will have better opportunity mid next week if seasonality plays out. So I'll keep it short, very quick and to the point this week. It was a good week. Just to rehash, here's the performance. 2.3% week. We'll take that. Would love to have that every week. But it was unique. Like early in the week, you can see I was getting outperformed. I was taking profits into the strength. Started shorting a little bit too early, but it ended up paying off very, very much. This was a really good ad. It looked like an idiot on Wednesday when I was adding to this short position, but at 45.67 I added. It went to 45.90 at the close. It squeezed hard and then tanked because of Facebook bad earnings. But overall, you can see there's many different ways to make money in this market. You can be long, you can be short. It's all about risk reward and trading the levels, in my opinion, and it's working. So progress, despite what may seem like a negative report that I'm saying here, it was a fine week. We just consolidated a lot of the gains. This would have been a pretty significant number had we stayed at the 45.90, but we just are not holding those gains, which is not uncommon. Like if we look at this real quick, a lot of times you test the low, you have this little period here. I think this is going to be very, very similar. And we might need a couple of days of downside, maybe 1 or 2 more days. That lines up perfectly with seasonality. So I think over the next couple of days, whether you like it or not, I'm going to probably start adding at key levels and see if they hold. But if we lose 44.50, there's a problem. That will not be good for the market. But don't worry about it because I'll trade accordingly. So overall, not a bad week. Just want to be objective and show, hey, I purposely did pass on adding today. And you're like, hey, it was a positive day. But the reality is it was another green day that just did not seem right for some reason. And I'm not saying that because I missed it. I'll be honest with you. I wish I would have bought 44.50. That was the plan today, and it hit it twice. I passed on it. Shouldn't have. But the reality is I think I can get really good entries close to that anyway. So have a great weekend. Great success this week regardless. So hang in there. We'll be all right. Very interesting week. Hope you're learning from these videos. Again, informational purposes only. Hope these help. Have a great weekend.